We are live on Periscope right now?
Yes.
Boy, that's exciting. Well, I mean, before we give the tickets away, Steve, should we just talk about the conversation we just had with Michael Geary?
I think it was a great conversation.
Confident?
Yes.
Fun. A confident Mike Geary? I was going to say
fun-loving.
I was going to say funny, but I mean, his jokes are solid as ever.
Sounds like he's in good spirits, though.
Yep. There's only one place that's going to crush those.
Yep.
That's this studio right here. It's like talking. It's like when you ever see the show Intervention, the A&E show?
No.
So it's a show. It's essentially they follow somebody who's really fucked up on alcohol or drugs, and that they're I'm talking meth miles, strung out, crazy. The marks all over their
meth
face,
mouth.
yeah, the whole thing. So they have an intervention. The family intervenes. Half the time it doesn't work, but the other half you see them afterwards, and they're like. They look almost fat, but they're just normal weight.
Yeah.
And boy, they look so calm and happy. I just talked to Happy Ending Intervention Mike, and relapse is T-minus about 26 days or whatever it is, because Mike told us he wants to do a show the Monday of Thanksgiving week. He's going to be in with us, correct?
Correct.
So, potentially. We'll see.
Yeah, there's still some things that could change.
I told him, great, very supportive. I raised some objections. Just be careful, but I think this is a spectacularly bad move for his mental health. I mean, I've never in my life heard him that happy. Ever. Have you?
Well, he did say he's in a pretty good position because he said, if he comes in and the show is a bad experience, it's not like he's going to go kill himself right then and there.
Right, which was disappointing because it was kind of my goal. But, all right. But I take that more as a challenge. Like, that's like, game on. Fucking game on. You know what I mean?
I do.
If that's how you want to play a motherfucker, I can play that game. You're gonna regret that statement. No, but I mean, he sounded great.
He did.
And part of me wanted to say to him, why would you want to? Why? Look at us.
Well, because he's still living the dream.
What dream? It's a nightmare.
He wants to be
every day's a nightmare.
He wants to be a big famous podcaster.
That's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But I mean, it was good to talk to him, and it'll be great to have him in for and we'll see how it goes. Right? Did you? I mean, I kind of controlled the conversation. Did you object to that, or
no? Not at all.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want him to be happy and healthy and back.
He had his first actual fencing experience.
Yes.
So he's had weeks of practice, I guess, or warm-ups. And he said when he was done, he sat and watched two really blind people fence.
Yeah.
I don't know how Mike can watch. I mean, they must have been fencing on his face for him to see it.
Yeah, or maybe they've got a closed camera.
Was he lying on his back and they just fenced on his body? Like, how would he have seen it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, right. The club. Did he have like
I asked him.
Remember the old thing you'd watch and you'd slide and you'd see the.
Oh yes.
Yeah, was it like that?
No, I think he just saw like two blobs wagging blobs at
so
each
one
other.
blob watching two blobs whack blobs at each other.
Yes, correct.
It's like an old horror movie, The Blob. But I mean, he sounded great. I just hope he's
still blind, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, Steve asked the important question: are you still blind? He said yes. But he seemed good and I think more aware of what's going on in the social media scene than he may have been trying to let on. But that's okay.
No, I mean, he said he knew that there was, about Ellie and K. Marco and the VFW show and
basically everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
No, but I'm saying
Louis, the caller from yesterday.
He said more than he let on, but I don't think he was like being cagey or anything.
The famous Mike Geary poker hand was not on display. So I don't know. He seems good. I mean, he seems good. I mean, he seems way, 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 way better than so. But that's I'm glad. But then there's also my fear, which I expressed the other day, and a couple of people, not a lot. The usual cunts on Twitter, the fucking drunk guy and the fucking sneaker, the usual assholes. We're like, oh, I brought that up to Mike, and Mike disagreed, but maybe he's just lying. I have no idea. I feel bad.
No, we've got a sworn statement that Mike signed that says you have not behaved like Entercom. So,
well, I told Mike that now the baseball season's over, we can bring you back.
Yep.
We can't criticize any baseball while he's. So he'll be on the Monday of Thanksgiving week, which is the 23rd, 22nd,
23rd,
26, 18. Yes, 23rd. So. There you go. Mike Geary returns to the Kirk Minahan show. For at least one show. We'll see how it goes. Walking in here and I can see Mike looking at that phone. I'm already being in a bad mood. A really lousy mood. So that's good. No?
Yes.
You feel good about that?
Yeah, I do. It's nice. It's nice to hear him.
That far.
The change. Well, the change in his tone of voice and his demeanor from the last couple of phone calls we had.
Yeah.
at the very beginning of his leave to now.
Oh, for sure. Big difference.
Huge.
Big difference. No, he sounded confident, which, again, I look at that as a challenge.
It's the miracle of big pharma.
It's true. And not working.
Right, yes, the right comment. Well, who knows? Maybe he's been doing some day trading.
That's true. I mean, I mean, we'll find out.
Get a couple of $1 million in that Vegas.
Find out about that money, yeah.
Puts a little cock in your walk.
True. I'm sure the callers will be kind to Mike his first show back. I'm sure. I don't want a bunch of songs ready for him or calls or anything. Don't do that. That's not nice. All right, so let's blow through these last 11. The final 11, Steve, for a show that people are walking to, eating vomit to, fighting over. What is this?
This is Korean music. Celebrating the Korean War now.
The Forgotten War,
Yes.
as Mike Pence would say. All right, the final 11. Here's we go.
So what if we did just the final 10 on the Periscope, close out the Periscope, and then leave one in the podcast?
I might do that, Steve. Joseph LaCava.
That one sounds familiar. He might be a Twitter guy, right?
It's Tiger Woods' caddy, Joe LaCava, formerly Fred Couples' caddy. I hope it's the same Joe LaCava. I love Joe LaCava. I met him one time at the Springsteen show. All right, number 2. Brian Fries, Friese. That sounds like a familiar name to me. I say that every time, though. I know there's a lot of generic names. Why don't you sing along with this song, Steve? Go ahead.
No thanks.
Number 3. By the way, The Spider, this new Epstein book, which I read, the author is going to join us. A few, no pun intended, bones to pick here, but I mean, it did a good job overall. Number 3. Sean Donovan, you are going to the live VFW show a week from Sunday. Oof, is Steve fired up about this Miles Turner? What's his name?
Miles Taylor.
Myers. Oh, boy. Get out now, would you? While I'm looking through these. Let it rip. Go ahead.
I just think it's not. Well, obviously he's a self-serving douchebag. He's just like anyone you've seen in DC who, pretending to be an
not really with
idealist,
him,
a principled idealist. Well, that's what I was getting to. Yeah. No, my issue is with the New York Times very intentionally misleading their audience in order to harm Trump. Like, there's no journalistic principle where you can describe this guy as a senior administration official.
That'll be like saying.
It'd be like saying I'm a senior employee at Barstool Sports.
I would say it'd be like saying Quantum Lee Chris is a senior employee of the Kirk Minahan show.
Exactly. So I mean, he's like the chief of staff to the person acting as the deputy secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. It's just
You're not surprised, are you?
No, I'm not surprised at all. It was always. I mean, there were some of us who always said that this is just some flunky.
Of course.
There's a couple of things. It makes you think, okay, so if this guy gets treated as a senior administration official who is deeply in touch with everything going on in the Trump White House, what about these other anonymous sources that CNN...
Of course, well, they're all bullshit. We have the same two people.
Yeah, but I mean, they're treated...
Or, by the way, they're just made up.
Exactly.
They're made up.
They're either made up or the source is just some low-level flunky who's pissed at Trump or pissed at, whatever conservative.
This guy will be on CNN, talking head on CNN within a week.
He's an employee of CNN.
Oh, right. Doesn't he have like some high agents?
He's on paid leave from Google right now.
Right.
And there was a reporter who reached out to him for comment about something and was referred to a talent agency. So the guy's just, he casts himself in his book like he's some patriot and hero trying to save America from Trump, and he's just some craven opportunist idiot trying to make money. I don't think I have the Discord guys.
Fuck them. Let me see. Oh, that idiot. I don't care about him. Let me see here. Michael Avis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have one ticket left for the VFW show, Steve. We are down to the final one. Do you have somebody's number?
So I don't have. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me pull up the.
You have the list of tickets, right?
Yeah, I do. That's.
Who are you calling up?
I'm gonna pull it up first.
This is fucking music. It's great.
All right.
I don't think I've ever talked to anybody as happy as Mike in that conversation. And single, by the way, too, Steve, we learned. Interesting.
Yeah.
Surprised to hear that, but...
Well, it was only a matter of time after the parents met him.
Yeah. She put the foot down, broke his neck with it, and then he... And
it was a lovely funeral that they had for Mima.
It was nice. It was. She died like she lived. Goddamn liar. Who are you calling here? What? You just calling? Who are you calling?
I don't know his name.
Okay.
Hi, Steve.
Congratulations. You have won the final ticket to the show.
You can't mess with me like this.
It's not true. You have not won. We have the final ticket left. You have you been watching on Periscope or no?
I'm watching on Periscope,
Okay.
but it seems like it's like a minute behind where you are right now.
Okay. What is
You already messed with me by saying my name earlier.
What is your thought process right now? As a Minifan out there, former president of the Minifans, what is your mindset? As you have how many tickets did you buy?
I only bought 6 tickets. I bought 4 tickets and then I panicked on Friday and I bought 2 more.
Okay, so you have 6 chances now left out of whatever. Essentially the same. Now, what is your feeling right now?
My heart's kind of moving pretty fast right now. I'm a little stressed. I've been stressed for about a week now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm hoping that you pull my name out of that bag.
Want me to do it right now? Pulling the last name out right now. Do you want to be on the phone for this, or do you want to wait a minute and find out on Periscope?
No, I'll stay on the phone. I'd rather hear you say my name directly. That works.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we were going to kill the Periscope for the last one.
No, it's all right. Steve, don't be so cruel to these people. Jeez. Here's the last one. Oh, I think we've said this name before. Greg Sagris. Yes. Patrick, aren't you happy for Greg?
No, I'm not happy for Greg, especially he already had one pulled.
Well, he must have bought more than 6. I mean, here's the thing. You're a guy. Like, I don't know. What do you expect? You've been to nothing. You've done nothing for the show.
I have pictures. I have pictures of pretty much everything
like Prince Andrew said in his interview that time. They could have photoshopped that hand around that girl very easily. So I mean, who knows? But hey, listen. You're willing to top our guy Louie and do something crazy. There are a couple of tickets still in play. Who knows?
I could barely make it through listening this morning to that conversation.
I'll just ask you a random question that has nothing to do with anything. Could you give a horse a blowjob and have it ejaculate in your mouth?
I mean, I'd rather do that than eat out of the toilet.
Steve?
Sounds like a yes.
Okay, that's not a no. By the way, so would I, if I'm being honest. It's probably healthier. Well, all right, Patrick. Well, good luck, buddy. Sorry that it's your shutout there.
I mean, good luck with what?
Blowing the horse.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk to him anymore. Hang up on him, Steve. Well, there you go. You really should have aborted him. But we're done.
Missed opportunity.
Weird. Like, it's such a small sample size. And that shows you it doesn't prove anything. It seems to me to be like sort of a bunch of white guys and like 2 women. Like, it doesn't seem any way representative of our listening audience, does it?
It is kind of weird.
It's strange how that works. You know, we do a great job pulling that. The Lunster. What?
Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to pretend like you like it?
Big night for him on Tuesday. He's going to be dead on again, like he always is. Clear, clean, honest.
I mean, he's another guy just like Miles Taylor. He's somehow figured out how to make a ton of money, and they keep putting him on TV, and even though he doesn't have a fucking clue
does a great job.
Talking about, if you pay him enough, he'll say that you're.
If you pay him enough to do a good job, yeah, that's how America works. Steve. You fucking communist, yeah, that's how it works.
If you pay him, he will say good things about you on television.
There's no proof of that. The guy does an excellent job, and I'd love Frank to be there that night, polling the Minifans about various Minifan things. Retired him as a pollster, really.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds good.
Wouldn't you like to see him sliding on the pole? No? All right. Well, we're done, Steve. I mean, it's over. All right, goodbye on Periscope. I mean, we did it. I think semi-free of controversy.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the people are going to...
I mean, the controversy starts now, though, because up until this point...
You want to see who gets the 45th? Just who just missed? Michael Haddock. Tough day. Yeah. Tough day.
Well, you know who else also lost was Kirk Minahan.
Why is that?
Because your name was in there 4 times.
I bought 4 tickets.
I know.
Class. Wouldn't you say?
Well, I thot you were trying to win one. To
great if I won all 4. I know, but empty. Hand them out. What are you crazy? I should have bought.
I was surprised you didn't buy.
Should have bought $1 million worth and just sat there by myself for an hour. Just stared at the wall. Jesus, that place. Jesus, our toilet makes that place look like that place makes our toilet. Which one is it? That place, yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
You're about ready to pull a Steve from Providence.
Well, I'm just joking around. I'm like Steve, and Steve took it seriously. And it sounds like he's doing this walk.
Yes,
He's raised almost $30 so far. which is not bad, which is more money he's ever seen in his life.
That's like a turkey.
True. If Steve, like I used to say to my guy Mutt, who we talked to last night, if Steve's salary now, if he'd been alive in the 1670s, he would have been lower middle class.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Just like almost not a peasant.
Right. That's not, yeah. So he could have had a little hut for himself, or I mean, he would have shared it. But I mean, you know,
he'd be farming someone else's land.
Instead of living with 40 people, he'd live with 20 people. That's not so bad. I may have, a historic amount of Delta 8 in my body a week from Sunday, just so you know, just to get through this wall. I mean,
you're gonna get all pumped up on 3Chi.
The paranoia drives me crazy. And Delta 8 does not have that. Our great friends at 3Chi with a federally legal version of THC. You go to number3chi.com. You get 100% hemp-derived, federally legal and available online. 3Chi, the best in the Delta 8 industry. They invented it, as a matter of fact. You have you feeling great, functional, clear-minded, not paranoid, not lazy, not anxious. You have more confidence. I wonder if Mike's using it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he might be.
That's what he sounded like to me. You go to 3chi.com, the number 3, chi.com, to shop for Delta 8 gummies, oils, can be used to make homemade edibles. Use my name at checkout, Kirk, K-I-R-K. You get 5% off your order. You have to be 21 years old to purchase, 21 years old, at the number 3, chi.com. Now, something quick for a couple minutes before we talk to...
Yeah, you know what's sad is I'm just looking at this list. Your buddy Jon Stewart bought 8 tickets.
Oh.
Didn't get in.
Who bought the most tickets and got shut out? They both 100 ticket buyers get...
Yeah, the guy who bought 100 got in. The guy who bought 80 got in.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. 100 tickets. Jesus.
Yeah, so there's a guy named John. He bought 10 tickets. I don't think he won.
Idiot.
Let's see. This guy from Indianapolis bought 12. I don't think he won.
Loser. Well, I'm saying he lost.
Yeah, see, most people bought between like 1 and 10 tickets, and then there were 2 guys who really.
But there were a couple of ones, huh? A couple of ones who won.
Yeah, a couple of people just bought 1 ticket and won. Yeah.
Goes to show you. Can I put these now back in the?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
You wanted for?
Yeah, set those out.
For what purpose?
Because I'm going to send an email to all the winners, letting them know what the deal is.
Okay, what is the deal?
The deal is you show up at like 5:45, 6 o'clock, and get some food, eat. Show starts at 7, and then skadoodle.
After the show.
Yes.
That's it. No bullshitting before or after. No.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do a lot of bullshitting. We'll do. I mean, if you want to do the photo op that we discussed, like after the show, or do you want to do it before the show? I mean, it's going to be pretty quick.
Before.
It's going to be pretty quick because there's 40 people. But
before.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when the show's over, I want to get the hell out of there.
You're not going to believe how much plexiglass we're going to have.
We got a guy, huh?
We got a guy. We got a bean guy. We got a hot dog guy. We got a
plexiglass
guy.
That's how we do it. Well, it'll be fun.
And you say the Minifans lack diversity. Come on, they got a bean guy and a hot dog guy.
Well, we have a good time. It'll be a good time. I think people will be happy. I think they're going to feel, look, I mean, I'll say it. There were people who had never missed a show before. They're going to miss a show now.
Yep.
That's a mark on them.
It really is.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, you've missed.
I think, well, we always had our doubts about some of them.
True.
The ones who would show up.
But is Kevin from Bristol in every show? He was at because I sang with him at the.
He wasn't at the hot dog eating contest. He wasn't.
Yeah, I don't count that.
Wasn't at the courthouse.
I don't count that. I'm talking shows. Because he won this ticket.
Yeah, he was in Madawaska.
He was in Madawaska.
He was in Saco.
He was in Saco.
Was he at Jack Savvy?
But he was at the vigil because he sang with me.
Yes,
at the
he
vigil.
was at Jack Savvy.
Yeah, he sang with me at the vigil. So right now,
okay, so all the shows technically, yes, yeah.
Is he a friend? I have to start thinking about that now. Is he my friend? No, but
well, I mean, you guys are going out for beers after the
for sure.
show.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out the whole weekend. We're going to Western Mass. We do the whole thing. I imagine.
Hike
I also imagine, by the way, we know these psychos. These Minifans are going to do their own. The ones who didn't get tickets, there's going to be a bunch of them in the area, just looking, scalping, begging.
So we'll have to have protection at the door.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like
if you think that Commander Tom isn't a crack shot, like
Vice Commander Tom.
Vice Commander Tom. Try and sneak in.
True, but you're just not going to get. This is not like these other shows where you can just pack yourself in, and it doesn't work that way. I think they know that, but they're going to make a whole thing of it. I mean, how far will Steve from Providence get in his walk? I set the over under 3.5 miles.
No, he'll get further than that.
At what point do you go that you have to keep going?
I would
If
say
you're like 40, 50 miles.
Yeah, I would say like the halfway point, right?
Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, he's a load. Like,
we don't really know how are we going to be able to prevent cheating in this, though.
I think it has to be documented the whole time.
Okay.
It just has to be. Like, he has to video somebody. There has to be somebody videoing him or something. And again, that might be a Justin job.
Okay.
Which he'll do, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, he'll have to walk 80. But didn't Justin say he was going to walk 60 miles one day for something? Like a year ago, remember?
Are you sure he wasn't going to play video games for?
No, I thought he said he was going to do some
24
crazy walk one day.
It's vaguely familiar. I don't think it ever happened, though. He did attempt to redeem himself today.
Did he get sound or no? Okay, we'll address it. I thought he said he was going to do some walk or something once.
Man, I don't know exactly what it would have been. Maybe for some police charity or something.
Call Mike. Mike will know. Call Mike real quick. We're going to talk to him for 2 seconds on the air. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll mind?
I think so.
Hello?
Hey, you're actually live for 2 seconds. I just want to ask you one question about when because we're talking about Justin. Didn't Justin say he wanted to go on some long walk once for something?
He was going to walk 36 miles or something like that.
What was it for? Do you remember?
Did he? Oh, he missed the 5K, so he's going to walk
that's
for
right.
a full day or something
which he didn't do, right?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Welcome back.
Love you.
Fence away. Love you too. Bye. There you go. Mike Geary, ladies and gentlemen. So he's got a great. He's almost a co-historian.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Tim, but you have to have
he just pays closer attention to all the little Minifan dramas.
Right. As opposed to doing some research and actually pay attention to the show itself and stuff that would help the show.
Hey, he just helped.
That's true. He did. See, he contributes more when he's not working. We just hire him as that. We'll just call him a couple of times a show and we forget stuff. You might be good at that.
Yeah, that could work. So you want to send Justin to go document Steve from Providence?
Yes, which would be grosser than the place he's been the last couple of days.
How many beers will Steve from Providence have on this walk?
Whatever gets him to the finish line, you know? He's a less healthy, Terry Fox, who ran across Canada on one leg when he had cancer. So I don't know if Steve can do it or not. I mean, my money is he's a loser, so I can't imagine he'll be able to do it.
I have video evidence that he still has his military uniform.
Okay, well, there you go. Let's call Barry Levine, who wrote a book about somebody less reprehensible than Steve from Providence, Jeffrey Epstein, which is my son's name. Get it? Like in Borat? Jeffrey Epstein. By the way, this guy's last book was All the President's Women, about Trump's women, and he's a veteran investigative reporter. Received the Huffington Post Game Changer Award in 2010, Steve.
Ooh.
Just
It's a much coveted award.
I don't.
You think they just give those away?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. The book's very good, though. The Spider, it's called. I enjoy it. I have a couple of issues, but hello.
Hey, it's Barry Levine.
Barry, it's Kirk Minahan. How are you?
Great.
Good.
You're the real. You're the. I didn't know I'd be speaking to you. I thought I was speaking to your producer.
Oh,
well,
yeah, you were.
Exciting.
Yeah, you were before, but yeah, I mean, we're just going to get going right now if you want, if that's okay.
Of course, you shoot, and I'm ready to go.
All right, I was just saying before we called you, while we were calling, I was talking to the listeners. I said how much I enjoyed The Spider. I finished it. You know, what's weird is the strangest. I feel like the Epstein story, and my producer Steve and I, we've talked to this in the show for years. I mean, I read Filthy Rich when it came out, and I thought didn't tell you everything. But it's the Epstein story is so strange because it still feels, even after your book, even after documentaries, so much of it feels still kind of unknown in a weird way.
Listen, after investigating him and his life, and Ghislaine Maxwell, and doing 100 interviews and so forth, I've been writing down the number of questions that I still have.
Right.
And the numbers, in the 20s. I mean, there's so much you come across that really has never been explained. I mean, after the Florida investigation and he got the slap on the wrist, we found out that the FBI acknowledged in this redacted document that Epstein had provided information to the FBI.
Right.
Now, we don't know what that information was. Was he, telling secrets about some of the, rich and famous and powerful men that he knew? What did the FBI get out of him that helped him get that slap on the wrist? And that's something that, the FBI has still not come clean on. There's so many little questions in Jeffrey Epstein's life. It's going to go on for a long time.
Well,
and there are people who know.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, so when you say, I'm going to write a book about Jeffrey Epstein, when, like I said, Patterson wrote it, there was a documentary based on that book. I'm sure you're working on your book on that at the time. There's been miniseries, there's been podcasts, there's been everything. It's sort of a massive undertaking to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try and get inside this story of Epstein and Maxwell, A, that, and B, how am I going to find out stuff that other people haven't already uncovered?
Well, the first book I published a year ago was a book about Donald Trump called All the President's Women, Donald Trump and the Make Predator for Hachette. And through that reporting a year prior to that book being published last October, in investigating Trump and Epstein, of course, moved in the same circles in New York and Palm Beach, Florida. And so many people who I talked to said, hey, Trump's kind of boring, but, we should really talk about Jeffrey Epstein and so forth. So I ended up picking up a lot of sources that I decided after I finished the Trump book that the natural segue from that would be to do the Epstein book. Right at the end of reporting on Trump, right before I finished that book, that's when Epstein was found in his jail cell. So it was kind of a cliffhanger for me at that point, and I was super excited about it. And as soon as I finished that book, I started on the Epstein book. But I have to say, you referenced the James Patterson book. There has been some good journalism done, but I read everything that had been out there, but nobody to me had done a full bio of Jeffrey Epstein in terms of starting in, back in Coney Island and saying, did something happen to this guy? Was he molested? Was he beaten up?
But Barry, it seems like no, right? Like it's weird. It doesn't seem like there was, unless I'm missing something. It seems like he had a fairly normal upbringing.
Well, we interviewed for this book the person who really could answer those questions is his brother, Mark Epstein.
Right.
And Mark spoke to us very briefly, very guarded, really about how he found out when he received the phone call that Jeffrey had died in jail. And he said his first reaction was that it wasn't suicide, that somebody, had to have killed him and so forth. That was his brother's take on things. I'm certain that his brother knows a lot more about what may have happened to Jeffrey when he was younger. We did investigate Jeffrey's roots, and we found out that he had been severely bullied by neighborhood kids. Now, of course, you can't say bullying led him down the criminality that he went down in terms of raping 3 dozen women, 3 dozen minors and younger women multiple times and so forth. Nothing that can happen to an individual can equate with what they're going to do in later life. But of course, you look for clues. And when he was in jail before his death, he did tell 2 inmates that I interviewed that he had, that he was afraid of black men in prison because he was bullied, severely back in Coney Island when he was a kid and so forth. And he actually tried to pay off some inmates to protect him, and he was advising. No, there's nothing. If you say, was there this trigger? We just don't know. I mean, we know that he was kind of distant with his father. He was close to his mother. He was a bookworm. He was, a real nerd. He exhibited some weird behavior. that we found when he went back and allegedly stalked a junior high school girlfriend.
Oh, the movie theater.
Yeah, where the boyfriend at the time said he threatened to punch Jeffrey out because he believed that Jeffrey was stalking this girl named Kathy,
who wound up defending Epstein though later on.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is Epstein did favors. His whole thing was it wasn't about love. It wasn't about really caring about these people, because Epstein only really cared about himself. But what he was very good at was using money to take care of things for people and basically gaining a big favor. And for instance, the woman who was stalked later wrote a testimonial at the time of the Florida case, basically saying that Jeffrey was kind. He ended up helping her child
education, right?
And this is something that Epstein did repeatedly. And he gained these favors, and when he wanted to, use these favors, he would basically put them out. But we do know that Epstein collected a lot of information about the rich and the wealthy and the powerful men that he associated with. And for instance, I have something in the book where Jeffrey, in the years before his death, it was actually in 2016 at the time of the Trump's election against Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
He told, and I quote a very close associate of his, is saying that that if Jeffrey wanted, he could come forward with information about Donald Trump and the Clintons, and it would end the election. So he was somebody who loved having information on people, and he used that information basically up to the time of his death.
So when I read the book, like I said, I really enjoyed it. The Spider, it's called, Inside the Criminal Web of Epstein and Maxwell. It seemed to me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Obviously, there's a chance I am. He wrote the last book about Trump. I'm going to guess you're not a big fan of the current president, which is fine. But it did seem to me, reading it, that you seemed more critical or paid more attention to Epstein's relationship with Trump versus the one he had with Clinton, where I feel like the one he had with Clinton seemed way more tangible to me. 26 flights, 22 phone numbers, massages from where it seemed to me that the Clinton-Epstein relationship was much stronger than certainly the Clinton-Trump relationship, rather the Trump-Epstein relationship.
Well, I mean, there's a lot on both sides. What you definitively have with Trump is you have a situation where the two of them spent time together with women. I mean, for instance, there was a modeling competition, and the gentleman who threw the modeling competition in the 1990s basically thought it was done at Mar-a-Lago at Trump's estate, and this gentleman thought that there was going to be a party to promote this modeling competition, and you had 50 beautiful young women there. And the guy shows up, and the only two men in the room are Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And Trump says, "This is the party. It's just the two of us with these women." You have very specific anecdotal detail about the two of them in the presence of young women, and of course there are actual allegations that were in a lawsuit. Now, again, Trump never had time. Trump has never been able to confront the accuser, but a woman did file a lawsuit in 2016 saying that Donald Trump had raped her at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion here in New York. Again, at the time, Trump's people said this was completely politically motivated. The woman ended up dropping the lawsuit under death threats. She was about to come out at a big press conference in Los Angeles with her lawyer, Lisa Bloom. And in the last minute, she bailed out of the press conference because of the death threats that she was receiving. There's a lot of questions that still remain about Trump's real relationship with Epstein. Epstein, when he was asked specifically about Donald Trump in a deposition, ended up taking the fifth and basically wouldn't answer questions. Whether
he does. But he does that with everything, though. To be fair, he does. He took the fifth on almost everything when he was interrogated, right?
He did to a degree, but what I'm saying is there's more. I would say, smoking gun type of evidence involving Trump and Epstein in the presence of younger women. In fact, in the previous book, All the President's Women, I go into great detail about Trump's interest in younger women.
What do you think? And I know you're giving examples, but I mean, I'm just looking at it from just your basic, like, what do you think Clinton was doing on that plane 26 times or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think they were just hanging out playing golf?
I point out in the book. I mean, Clinton is, of course, as people, first of all, they denied Clinton's ever visiting the Virgin Islands, Epstein's island there. We have it from two credible women who placed him on the island.
Right.
I do believe on the reporting that I did that Bill Clinton visited that island, and was in the presence of young women. We know for a fact that Clinton spent time in Epstein's homes, where he was able to see pictures on the walls and on the desks and so forth of underage women in various poses. Now that, of course, should have been a signal that, hey, do I really want to be in this guy's house? Do I want to associate with this guy? No, there's no question that there are, a lot of very specific evidence that shows that Bill Clinton had a sense of what Jeffrey Epstein was up to. You just don't have the women who have come out and made specific allegations against Clinton. But Epstein himself, as I said, told a very close associate at the time of the 2016 election that he had the goods on both men.
Right. To me, the wildest part is, I've paid attention, is the fact that, so the first time, when he gets arrested and goes to jail the first time, I mean, if his name, forget like the easy thing to say, if he's some poor guy with no money, if he's just a regular guy, middle-class guy, he goes to jail for the rest of his life. Epstein gets 18 months, gets out after 13 months, has a deal where Acosta is driving 100 miles to go make this deal with him. And Epstein, by the way, Steve, when he's in prison for 13 months, Barry, you can confirm this, 6 days a week, he's able to go to his office or go home for 12 hours a day. I think you quoted somebody who said, basically, he just had to sleep in a lousy motel. I mean, all day long, the guy is out living, and as your report is bringing women down while he's home during this.
Listen, we know through a private investigator for one of the lawyers that Epstein had sexual relations with a young girl while he was wearing a ankle bracelet.
Right, he was naked except for the bracelet. The report says
exactly.
It's insane.
As I said, as we said in the beginning, there are questions that, again, I would really like to know what Epstein told the FBI at the time of that investigation. That certainly helped his situation. Also, we still haven't seen the transcripts of the grand jury testimony in terms of what really went on at the time of the grand jury testimony in Florida. So there's still, to this day, a lot that we don't know. Now, it's possible that, while he's gone, Ghislaine Maxwell is scheduled for trial this coming summer. And while the depositions that have become public, in those depositions, she certainly doesn't attest to any wrongdoing or criminality. let's be clear that since the summer she has been locked up here in a federal prison in Brooklyn, New York, wearing paper clothing. And, I do think that her attitude is going to change after several months of this, in terms of wanting to probably strike some type of deal and making some admissions, because this is somebody who's now tasting what life in prison is like, and you have to be absolutely certain that this is not how Ghislaine Maxwell wants to spend the rest of her life. Hoping that she will come clean in terms of admissions, in the hopes that she will get some type of lighter sentence.
The great question that lingers still after all this is, I mean, the obvious, like, who is he? What do we know? Who are his connections? I still don't know how, and Patterson wrote in his book, and you go into greater detail in yours. I just don't know how, and I understand the local police department knew about it, how it could be so brazen for so long and get away with it with nobody. I mean, we're talking, girls, high school girls flooding in and out of there all day long. How he got away with it for so long is, I'll never understand it.
I know. I in fact just I felt compelled with my published book in my hand to actually take my book the other day and literally kind of stand in front of Epstein's townhouse here in New York, and I contemplating that exactly in front of these giant wooden doors, this mansion that's now up for sale for $88 million, and thinking the amount of young women who were trafficked in and out, and why it's on East 71st Street here in New York, a very affluent neighborhood, but why, particularly after the Florida case, that the NYPD on a tip would not have put some surveillance to see who was going in and out of that townhouse, because the women continued. I mean, he felt he was above the law. He returned from Florida and basically continued his actions, right up until the time of his arrest.
It's unbelievable. Hey, Steve, you have a question or no?
Yeah. So, do we? What?
Amazing. Nobody blew the whistle on him.
It is crazy. Steve, go ahead. You have a question?
Barry, what did your reporting uncover about the nature of Epstein's death? I mean, do you believe it was a suicide? Do you believe Hillary Clinton got him? How did that happen?
Well, it's a great story to think about, and his brother, wants to believe that there was some type of conspiracy, or that someone entered his cell that night, because you had these two guards who were sleeping through the night and so forth.
And the recordings.
But the reality is, the reality is where he was. Someone to penetrate his jail cell you'd have to open 4 different locked doors in the corridor leading to the cell, and I looked at this very carefully. And the guards themselves, who even if you made the allegation, these guards were paid off, and in fact, the guards are up for negligence, and that trial hasn't started yet. There's no indication at this point that they're accused of any wrongdoing related to his death, except for the fact that they didn't follow procedures that night in terms of making the rounds. But we do know that the guards would not have had access to opening and shutting some of these doors, which means that those controls were in the main part of the prison. And so you have to be talking about a massive conspiracy to take place involving many people to get someone into his cell, to strangle him, and then set up like a suicide. It's just too outrageous to really consider that took place. Now, I mean, certainly his death, you have to say that, after his death, that a lot of wealthy, powerful people and people in the government certainly breathed some sigh of relief that this guy wasn't going to go to trial and tell all. But I do believe, based on the reporting, that it was suicide. He was heard the night before cutting up some bed sheets in his cell. I also report in the book, and there's a former crime reporter for the New York Post named Philip Messing, who did extensive reporting for me on Epstein's time in jail. And we learned through that reporting that everyone knows about the incident involving the cellmate where Epstein was for,
yep.
And the cellmate, who's a former cop, denied any wrongdoing. Well, we found out through our reporting that, in fact, Epstein had been on suicide watch a second time. So, to me, there was great negligence on the part of the government for allowing him to stay, first of all, not remaining on suicide watch throughout his entire time. After he was on suicide watch twice, they placed him back in his regular jail cell. They were, at some point, one of his, the cellmate that he had was transferred out, and Epstein was pretty much left alone on this particular night. And I don't know, it looks like a suicide to me. I think that the realization was, in terms of, we spoke to two inmates that were suicide counselors in the prison, and they both said that Epstein more and more was asking about what his life would be if he was convicted, what his life would be down the road in the federal prison. And for a guy who had ultimate control, for a guy who made sure that the servants on his island, were instructed not to look him in the eye, or the fact that he had to have his bedroom temperature set at, 55 chilly degrees.
Something. Yeah, I love the cold, yeah.
Food had to be properly made, and vegetarian meals and this and that. And this is a guy who lived his whole life with total control, not only over his servants and his house staff, but the women that he abused, and then all of that was taken away from him. And I just think that he self-destructed. He realized that this was what his life was going to be, and I think it was also, in light of Me Too and the other cases going down at the time involving Weinstein and Bill Cosby and so forth, that Epstein knew that this time around he wasn't going to get a slap on the wrist like he had down in Florida some years before, that he was likely going to serve out the rest of his life in prison. And for a guy who, has had total control over everything his whole life, this was a rude awakening.
Well, the book's A Spider, Inside the Criminal Mind of, as I said, Epstein and Maxwell. Barry Levine joins us. Barry, I'm sure we'll talk to you later on. Thanks so much.
Sure. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Have a good night. Thanks
Bye-bye.
so much. All right. There you go, Steve. Barry Levine, The Spider. Good book. I'll be doing the Barry Levine challenge tomorrow. I don't know what.
I did not expect my question to lead to a 5-minute answer.
No, it's okay. It's a really good book. I mean, if you're into the Epstein story, it's a good interview. If you're not, I'm sure you jumped ahead. That's fine too. I don't mind doing. And I thought he gave a decent. Obviously, I think he's anti-Trump, but it's a decent answer. He has his.
I'd like to know what's going to happen to that painting of Bill Clinton.
Was that your question going to be your next question?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was going to give you a great answer on that.
Well, I would also like to know what, at the beginning, he said he was keeping a list of unanswered questions, and it would be interesting to see a few more of those.
Yeah.
And also like there's all kinds of allegations about his relationship with the CIA, with the Israeli government.
Yeah, he poo-poos this in this. He says that Epstein did a lot of that as like trying to
build himself up.
Yeah. I mean, he made it. The question was always, how did he make his money? He made a shitload of money in finance. He did. He gets into it in his book. I read it in the other books as well. Like that, that's clear. He definitely did that. But then I think, like he said, he had things on everybody.
Yeah.
Clinton, and Trump.
All the kid fuckers.
Even got, right away he calls Dershowitz when this shit happens. I mean, Dershowitz got him that great deal. And Acosta. I mean, they got him that great deal.
Yeah. So another
which is the wildest part in the book. I mean, like I said, he literally had a 18-month sentence for this. He got knocked down to some bullshit charge. and he was out after 13 months for good behavior. And it's 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, he could go to his house or his office or work out at his gym. And he had girls fly in there. And he also had unlimited access to the library at the prison that nobody else had when he was in there.
It's also a question as to how Acosta got into Trump's cabinet. Like, was there no one vetting cabinet appointees who could say, like, hey, this could be a problem for you?
I mean, Acosta was a rising star. Like, there, you know, he was part of the Bush administration, and he was.
But I'm still. When you know that the Epstein thing has been used like a cudgel against Trump throughout the campaign, they tried to tar him with that,
right,
even though it was preposterous because he was running against a Clinton. But you don't think, this could come back to bite us?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with it's true, but the thing with him and Trump, he keeps sort of saying they hung out in the same circles, they were parties together. It's true.
Yeah, they both lived in Palm Beach.
Right. And I mean, they knew each other. There's no doubt they knew each other. But I mean, Trump disassociated himself from Epstein, and Clinton did not. Now, he's right. There is no smoking gun other than Clinton was on those planes all the time. He's right. Nobody's proved anything. There's a picture of that massage, and it really is basically, you can't write a book that just says, well, common sense says that Bill Clinton's on that. You know what I mean?
Well, of course.
He has to prove
it.
But
I mean, Bill Clinton's character has evidence
correct.
Through other public
but that's still not enough, though.
Doesn't really support
you
it.
need somebody to stop. I mean, like, Virginia Roberts is the one who accused Dershowitz. Prince Andrew, I believe, is her as well. Obviously, Epstein. I mean, that's the thing you forget. Like, I should have asked him more about Maxwell, who's almost as repugnant. And in a way, honestly, in a weird way, almost worse because Epstein was a sick dog.
Yeah.
She was aware of it. Like, she was like a pimp, and she would also rape these. She's a fucking disgusting person. But it's a good book, and it's. I find it this endlessly fascinating because we still, like, this guy spent so much time on this. Like I said, the podcast, the documentaries, the miniseries, and you still have so much you don't know.
There's so many people who have gotten away with their criminal associations with Epstein.
Yeah, I'm shocked Maxwell's still alive. Stunned.
Yeah, well, it seems like they're doing a better job with the suicide watch.
I guess, and I mean,
maybe she worked out a deal with Hillary in advance. Who knows?
Could be, and he did write that in the book. I mean, he did say it was impossible, but same thing. You're kind of like, oh, sure, but like, there's no proof.
The thing. Well, I think that the very people who benefited from having Epstein no longer breathing were capable and had the resources to pull off the kind of elaborate conspiracy he thinks is on its face not possible.
But there's no proof of that though yet.
No, there's not. I mean, there's most of the great conspiracy theories don't really have a lot of proof.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's way too convenient. Way too convenient that he just stops breathing.
Yeah, that's a subject for the guys who used to do that YouTube show, or whatever the hell those guys are. Mm-hmm. Who are those?
Channel Zero?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, those guys. Well, there you go. Milton's is the store for men. You can go to the stores physically, of course, in South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. I have a Milton shirt on tonight, by the way. The Periscope people saw that. The stores are huge. Social distancing, never an issue. You can keep spread nice apart, walk in there. Get your lotion, your sanitizer. I'll have it for you. You walk around, get your nice clothes, you wear your mask, you get out of there, you feel great, you look great, you help out a great company, yourself, and a great show. The original sponsor of me, Kirk Minahan, not just the Kirk Minahan show. We talked about the cashmere sweaters, $99. We know all the clothes, the Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vine, Johnny O's. If you're outside New England, of course, you go to miltons.com. That's where you get your men's wear at miltons.com. Go to that website right now. Get yourself a shirt. You know what? If you're a guy, one of these winners, the contest, go to Milton's. Pick up a nice shirt for the show. I'll be wearing one. There you go. Done. Go to miltons.com. They have their big sale going on right now. They have the big fall selection as well. Get it done. You have to make a trip to one of their stores if you're in the area. It's a must. If you're coming from out of town to the show, you're going to Boston and check it out, swing by Milton's in Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or in Braintree at the South Shore Plaza Mall. If you're not from the area, go to miltons.com and find their great clothes there. The great partners of ours. Milton's, the store for men. What else?
So Justin attempted to redeem himself.
Okay. How'd that go?
So he did enter the grounds of the
Meth Mile.
Marty's Mile.
Marty's Mile, sure.
And he's got some video of piles of needles on
How's that
the
sound
ground.
for us on the show? Not bad. Okay.
So we don't have any.
That's the entirety of what he recorded.
We don't have any interviews. We have good film establishing that Meth Mile is still in fact 100% operational.
Okay.
And there's no masks.
Is it good video?
Couple of hands. Yes, the video I think is video is usable.
Good. Okay. Well, there you go.
And I think one of the problems was he wanted to get back today, but the weather wasn't great, and these guys, if the sun's out and it's dry, is apparently a better time to do heroin.
Take shits in lawns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I don't know where they go when it's raining,
You
but
do all winter.
it'll be tough.
I believe in them. I think they'll do heroin still. I believe in these guys. I do. Call me a old fashioned sentimentalist or whatever the hell the word is. Sentimentalist.
Okay.
What do they call it? Sentimentalist.
Yeah.
Sentimentalist.
Yeah. Sentimentalist.
Right?
Yeah.
Call me an old fashioned sentimentalist. Is that right? Sentimental.
Yeah. Why don't you say you're old fashioned and sentimental?
Isn't sentimentalist a word?
Sure. You just made it one.
No, I think it is.
I think Marty will probably come up
Hold
with
on.
some innovative propane-based solutions to keep that mile warm.
It's probably true.
You know? It's really the only compassionate thing that you can do.
A person who is strongly influenced by emotional feelings, a sentimentalist.
Yeah, okay, that works.
I'm a sentimentalist. Sentimentalism. Sentimentalistism. Yeah, there you go. Well, what he'll do is he'll close down these restaurants, and when he shuts them down, he'll take their propane, their heaters, and move them over to Marty Mile. That way, it'll
Exactly.
help. I think that's a great move.
Or you know what? The hotels in Boston, bookings are way down. Why not just fill up all the hotels?
It's true.
Yeah.
It will be nicer. A nice Marriott filled with those wonderful people.
Colonnade Hotel?
It's
Heroin den.
It's going to happen. It's going to be kicking people out of their apartments.
It's already happening in Northampton. Remember the cop who
true.
emailed us and said, "Hey, just so you know."
I'm sure it's happening everywhere, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to take care of these people.
You do. You certainly do. But then other
It'd
people
be better to come up with some treatment solutions as opposed to just
enabling,
putting them in a pen and saying we're not going to arrest
do
you
drugs
for
and
selling heroin.
shit away. Yeah, I would say that would be better. So Justin has that video, but he has no sound.
No, no interviews, but he thinks he's going back and he's going to take another bite of the apple on a warmer day.
Okay, it's November now.
Warmer, drier day.
Okay. Not going to be a lot of warmer days here coming up, just so he knows. It's supposed to snow on Friday, so just letting him. I mean, it is November essentially now.
Hey, he put in the effort to go back day 2.
Well, he can make it up for me big time. Big Lee. He's the how about a live? I mean, does it ever end, Steve? A live Mike and the Minifans, whatever, Justin and the Minifans, with Justin and Steve and guests during the walk.
Ah, that's a great idea.
It's a tremendous idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could pull that off.
It's a phenomenal idea.
Is it going to have to go the duration of the walk?
No. He usually does it Saturday night at whatever, 6 or 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So he's walking anyway. He's filming Steve. So over a couple of hours, Justin, Steve, and I would think that Steve, the Minifan, should step up and help Steve out. There should be 30 or 40 Minifans who are walking the mile with Steve. They should be organizing this right now, pronto.
You think he's going to need, supply drops.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to need granola bars and beer.
It's like these 100-mile races they do. They have teams and let's see, all right, we'll see you in 8 miles. We're going to have a bunch of food, a bunch of, now these people are running the race and it's in like Death Valley, but still, it's going to be cold. It's going to be walking through the night. Can't walk on the highway.
Yeah, that's true. He's also going to be camouflaged, which adds an element of danger if it's dark out.
Call intern Justin right now. Let's see if he's willing to do this. This is a big test. Oh, it's amazing. Epstein was hired. His first job was as a high school teacher. Unbelievable.
It's all too believable.
Yes, it is, Steve. Yes, it is. This idiot's not going to answer the phone. Hey, ever answer the phone? Does he ever answer the phone we've called?
Maybe once.
The fuck is he doing?
I don't know. It's dinner time.
I just saw him on Twitter 2 minutes ago.
The upshot is we might get to hear that voicemail message.
True.
Hi, it's Justin. Please leave a message after the beep. Bye.
It's fucking so bizarre. Well, all right, fine. But he'll do that, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, even like Carano might do the second half of it. Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean, the second half of the walk?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a kind of a haul for him.
That's true. He's on the highway, too. He'd be tempted by those stops.
Might be tempted by Steve.
You gotta go to the bathroom a lot. You okay? What's up with that bladder? But I think it should be a Justin Steve team with various. But that's a great project right there.
I think so. They could both use the walk.
There's also that. All right, what else?
Jack Dorsey and the CEO of Google and Mark Zuckerberg were testifying in Congress today. I don't know if you caught any of the hearings.
I saw some of it. I saw Ted Cruz had this Mr. Smith goes to Washington moment where he pretended like he was upset at this guy. Did you hear
full Princeton debate?
Do you have this
moment.
or no?
Yeah,
He sounds like such a douchebag. Whether you agree with him or not, I mean, this is so fake. Could this be more fake? It's great.
Mr. Dorsey, who the hell elected you and put you in charge of what the media are allowed to report and what the American people are allowed to hear? And why do you persist in behaving as a Democratic super PAC, silencing views to the contrary of your political beliefs?
All right, hold on. First of all, yes, King. I'm going to say to that. But Twitter is a private company.
Yes.
I mean, he could do that if he wants.
Yes. I mean, that's what his answer should have been. He was, actually, 10, 15 years ago, I had this great idea and I started a company. I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm a crazy left winger.
Yeah,
I fucking hate Trump. I don't want him elected. I'm fucking them. What I'm doing to the New York Post, is it fair? Would I do it to the New York Times? Absolutely fucking not.
You know what he should do? He should pull out his phone and just start texting him. I'm texting my chief of operations and telling him to kick you off Twitter, Senator Cruz.
I mean, I don't disagree with Cruz. I mean, that's what he's doing, but like he can do that. Now, I think the arguments about what is it? 230?
Yeah, Section 230.
Which is...
It's because Twitter is treated differently than the New York Times in terms of what they publish.
I don't know. You want to... I'm on board with that. But it is a private company. I mean, he should be able to do he should say, aren't you a fucking Republican? Don't you believe in less... Why are you talking to me about this? There's real shit going on in the world. You worry about Twitter?
Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of anger at what Twitter is doing, especially so close to an election, that conservatives are kind of wanting to hurt them or harm them or do something to punish them for their behavior and not necessarily sticking to base core conservative principles.
Is this less government?
Well, I think
hearings about Twitter?
Modifying Section 230 is something real that you could do. But then what you've got now is basically like regulatory capture, where Mark Zuckerberg is going to support changing it in a way that entrenches Facebook,
right,
and makes it so that it'd be tougher for other social media companies to come into the space and compete.
And this fucking Jack Dorsey looks like every fucking bad guitarist in some grunge band. He just looks like a total asshole.
Looks like he could be at Meth Mile.
He does look like he could be at Meth Mile. It's true. It's true.
But the thing is, though, when you make a couple $1 billion just through your own idea, you can look like whatever kind of asshole you want.
I think he does that now on purpose, right?
Yeah,
like
of course.
I don't care. That whole thing.
Yeah. I think his more successful company, though, is Square.
I mean, how much is he worth now? He's going to be worth billions, right?
I thought 3 or 4 billion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There was no, to me, huge moments during that thing today. No?
No, I mean, just nobody looked good.
No, for sure, no.
Like even the Democrats, like Ed Markey's out there saying, I don't have a problem with the posts that you're letting stay up. I don't have a problem with you taking down posts. I have a problem with the posts you're letting stay up.
I know.
So like we're just like brazenly trying to curtail free speech.
Well, at one point, one of the senators is like, do you think the Holocaust is real? No. Well, why? How can you do this? And I'm just like, what? I mean, I don't know.
9.4 billion.
Him, why are you even participating in this if you're worth $9 billion?
Oh, I mean, the same question for Zuckerberg, who's worth so much more.
I'd say, get the fuck away from me. Shut up. You want to do good, go do it. Leave me alone.
I think they have to.
Private business, like you should have said, a private business. I hate Trump. I love the Democrats. Am I a fraud? Am I inconsistent? Yes. Sorry. Goodbye. See you later.
It's like professional wrestling. Right. They know that they just need to go out there and take their lashing, and public sentiment will go away in a few weeks from now. And everybody will be back spending money on Twitter ad campaigns or Facebook ad campaigns.
Sure. I mean, do you think, do you think stories pass by quickly? Like, did you read anything about Jeffrey Toobin today?
That's true. Yeah. That one went away.
Gone. See you later.
Yeah. But to be fair, what's the follow up going to be?
Well, yeah, no, it's true. But I'm just saying, somebody could be maybe somebody's doing an investigation on right now that we don't know about, right? I'm sure that's happening. I'm sure CNN's internal investigation is going to be like the one they did in Lauer in like 2010.
He's going to be back.
I think you might be right. You do underestimate how much people don't care after a little while.
Yeah. Like I think this Miles Taylor guy, he'll stay a CNN employee.
Trump just tweeted a while ago. He said, "I've never heard of the guy," which I don't. I'm half of Trump what says bullshit. I believe that.
Now it turns out he wasn't even listed on the Department of Homeland Security's leadership page on their website at the time he was being described as someone from the highest echelons of the Trump administration.
That is unbelievable. I mean,
And then they totally slimed this woman, Victoria Coates. I said there are a number of people trying to do like the mole hunt, figure out who wrote this. And of course they came up with cockamamie theories because no one had ever heard of this fucking guy.
That's
like he wasn't on anyone's list as a suspect. Actually, I've got some audio of him from a CNN hit that he did earlier in the year.
Go ahead.
There was an op-ed, there was a book by someone calling themselves Anonymous. Are you aware of who that is?
I'm not. Look, and that was a parlor game that happened in Washington, D.C. of a lot of folks trying to think of who that might be. I've got my own thoughts about who that might be.
He does.
You know, I want my folks
you're not
to be on the
anonymous.
president, and I certainly don't want to. I wear a mask for two things, Anderson: Halloweens and pandemics. So no.
You said that.
Well, okay, there you go.
What if I can can cheesy line? As soon as you heard that line, you should have known that he's just making shit up.
And this guy will do. He's gonna get ready for him. It's slammed over.
Book number 2. Yeah,
TV appearances.
fucking
Jesus.
shoved down our throats.
Ugh. You like shoving down my throat. Magic
The
spoon.
big picture. Oh,
Magic spoon, Steve. Hold on, relax. We'll get there. Jesus Christ. You'd be in Wisconsin, in the doctor's office, or in Watertown in the podcast. Sometimes he doesn't get those leading right to the ad read, Steve. Magic spoon, which I had this morning. I don't know if you did or not. 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. Cocoa, fruity, frosted, my favorite. Blueberry. Well, I mix the cocoa and the frost up right now. I might throw the fruity in there tomorrow. We'll see. Might go triple. Tastes amazing. It's keto-free, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, GMO-free. Normal sugar, normal cereal loaded with sugar, loaded with carbs, not a lot of protein. This, you're in business. If you go to magicspoon.com/Kirk, you get a variety pack and try it today. It's 100% guarantee. You're not going to need it, but they'll give you your money back if you don't like it. You get free shipping if you use my name, magicspoon.com/Kirk, magicspoon.com/Kirk. Use the code Kirk for free shipping. We thank Magic Spoon for helping us sponsor this podcast. Thank them as well by going to magicspoon.com. If you're looking for cereal in the morning, everybody loves cereal. We all do. We understand that. But as you get older, you got it mixed up a little bit. You be a little more mature. That's what Magic Spoon gives you. Go to magicspoon.com/Kirk. Steve, you were mentioning something about another podcast?
Yes, the big picture.
With our friend Mandy Dobbins?
Yes, I think this will be entertaining, but maybe a little bit disappointing because they all knew that they had to like the movie.
Borat.
Yes, Borat.
Yes. We're back with Borat.
Yes. They all knew that they had to like the movie.
Did you have to listen to this whole podcast? You didn't.
I skimmed around.
Okay.
They all knew that they needed to toe like the political line of saying this was a good, provocative, necessary movie that we just needed right now in this moment.
We sure do.
But they had to like contort themselves to
they all didn't
try and
like
make
it.
the case.
Right.
No, none of them liked it.
Who are we starting with?
So we'll start with I've got the David Shoemaker, but mostly just some Dobbins sound. She just has I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded, but I can't tell what the fuck she's talking about.
She's an idiot. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Did you need Borat too?
That's the question, isn't it? Is who needs it and who is receiving it? Because I agree with Brian.
Hold on. What? First of all, I love that.
Question.
I love that. Do we need Borat?
Did you?
Yes, I didn't get it. A fucking horrible movie instead. Go watch The In-Betweeners, one of my favorite shows ever. Great movie, The In-Betweeners 1, the first movie. I loved it.
Did you need The In-Betweeners?
Yes, I did. I got it. I loved it.
We need it in the sense that we are living in the joke now. And we are maybe not living in what Borat wrought, but what Borat kind of pointed out. And then in a way gave power to, and obviously like the media nature of
Hold on. Start
I
again.
just don't understand what the fuck she's saying.
Start again. I am demanding. We're going to start again at the answer. I am demanding that one of my guys, Sporty R. McKenzie, one of these guys, they do the whole quote tweet in cursive and they make it the picture. I am demanding that tweet is up tomorrow. So I'm going to how long is this answer?
This is just over a minute.
Okay, so it's what we call a quarter Levine. 1 minute. Barry gives you 4. By the way, you'll need to buy I love the Spider. Barry, I think, read the whole book. Right there. Guy's passionate. I like it. He's passionate about it. So here's Amanda Dobbins' answer. Steve and I are going to step back and let Amanda Dobbins answer the question that I'll randomly go up to people all the time and just say, do we need Borat too?
Did you need Borat too?
That's the question, isn't it? Is who needs it and who is receiving it? Because I agree with Brian. Like, we need it in the sense that we are living in the joke now. And we are maybe not living in what Borat wrought, but what Borat kind of pointed out. And then in a way gave power to, and obviously like the media nature of Borat and the figures who are in Borat is something that Brian and David can speak about at length, but has really turned on itself and inverted so many times from 2006 correct? To 2020 that you can't tell which way is up. And that's really interesting. But it's a bummer to talk about like intention in comedy and effectiveness in comedy. But I think the way this was framed and when this was released, we're going to have to talk about it a bit. And I don't know whether it sticks the landing that it's trying to.
She didn't like it. Just say you didn't like it. Say you hate Trump, you love Biden, and you didn't like the movie. It's okay. It's all right.
I was sitting down.
Wow, that is like...
I was trying to pull these cuts, and I was like, I feel like I'm huffing spray paint here. I don't know.
That
like,
is... There's every body part is just in a different position. That answer right there.
She's making... There are words coming out of her mouth, but they just like don't seem to be in the right order.
That is like...
It's like the Miss America
the Iraq lady?
Yeah.
But this is like... Yeah, but she was just... This is a woman just trying... That is a perfectly... Good pull there, Steve. That is a perfectly crystallized attempt by somebody. I almost want to give her credit because you could tell she didn't like the movie. Yeah. She didn't know anything about the first... She said, we'll talk to the other people about the characters. I mean, she bailed on the movie halfway through. No doubt, because she didn't know half the characters. And then she's like, you didn't quite stick the landing, which is her way of saying it sucked. I mean, that is like trying to fit a fucking elephant in a thumbnail right there. I mean, I've never heard anybody try and do that more.
I thought so much about this and who winds up in this film and how. And Brian, to your point
she
about
thought so much about Borat too, like
especially kind of.
What do you mean? She was like wandering around, like looking at the sun and like just staying up at night thinking about Borat 2. What the fuck?
It's obvious of the people who are just kind of going along with it and are like, sure, I guess so. And it does expose something of people's just unwillingness still to engage or to just kind of let things pass them by. But I was struck by how much in 2020 those people are the exception, and certainly
what the fuck is she talking about?
The exception in terms of
what the fuck is she talking about?
I think she's talking about like the random people that Borat encounters.
Tried to fool.
Yeah, I guess.
But everybody knew. But I mean, only an idiot thinks it. Everybody in that knew it was not real, right?
With anything, whether it's hate speech or something that they disagree with, or just kind of the willingness to engage in these interviews. I found myself wondering how many people they had to go through who were like, "No, I won't do that," or "Why are you filming this?" Before they found the person in the bakery.
Okay, I can't. Here's what they said. The man, ready? The director or Cohen said, "We're doing the Borat movie, so just pretend that we're taking this little girl out of a box and then putting her back in." Okay? Oh, no more.
I don't know, Amanda. How did you feel about the scripted aspect of the movie taking a bigger precedence over the Boratness?
It's funny because I liked it more, I think, than some of the very familiar, specifically the civilian Boratness, which to me is kind of the most old hat.
How much did the ring sell for?
And I don't know what was revealed even to me about a person who watches Borat.
Has she been
enthusiastically?
Something happened to her?
But me as opposed to a Trump voter about what's going on.
Wait a minute, did she say a Trump voter?
A bakery
put that back for a minute.
Like
what?
a make-in debt. A person who watches Borat enthusiastically much, but me as opposed to a Trump voter about what's going on in a bakery or like a make-in debutante ball, which I probably have more knowledge of than most people, having grown up in Atlanta, Georgia, and at least knowing what a cotillion is. I thought that was like pretty funny, but people go along with stuff and people are indifferent, as Brian said. I got it, and I thought the high wire act of the scripted stuff, and particularly
I can't do this.
You have to admire the ability of her co-hosts there to be like, oh yeah, great point, Amanda.
It's
Good point.
To me, that is pure 100% sexism on their part.
To not just be
If
like,
a guy said it, you'd be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Amanda, can you just rephrase that? Because I don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, but they can't because they're sexist, because they will treat a woman differently than they treat a man. It's a tough one. I've done it in radio too. It's different. You treat, you do. And then you get labeled sexist for saying that, but that's what they're doing. Like, imagine when you're talking to your friends about Borat 2, like whether they liked it or not. And you said, what did you think of? First of all, imagine saying to your friend, do you think we need a Borat 2 right now? No one's ever going to ask that question. Secondly, they get into that answer. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Did you laugh? Do you think it was funny?
Guys, I think Brian just had a stroke.
Yeah, like did you laugh at all? Did you think it was good? Did you not like it? What, these fucking people. Jesus. All right, what else? Oh God, that puts me in a bad mood.
I've got one more cut of one of the guys.
Oh Christ, fine, Steve, you want to play?
Well, I mean, to take from what Brian said, I mean, a lot of people have made the argument that there's sort of like no comedy in the age of Trump, right? That like that reality has gone too far.
Hold on.
Comedies we
know. Hold on. A lot of people made that argument. That was like an op-ed in the New York Times. You remember that one? Yeah. That's when he says a lot of people, he means places like that.
One opinion. Right.
Is comedy dead? Is anything funny anymore? People aren't. Nobody on the street is saying that.
I mean, nobody. This podcast is funny.
Right.
Big picture.
Yes. I mean, if I see something funny, I laugh just as hard now as than I did when Barack Obama was president or George Bush or Bill Clinton or anybody. I don't know. Trump is funnier than fucking Borat too.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was an accident that Trump was literally a Sacha Baron Cohen character in this movie, because Trump
I agree, by the way. Hold on. I would agree. I don't think it was an accident that Sacha Baron Cohen dressed up like Donald Trump in the movie. I think he wanted to be like Donald Trump. That's why he dressed up. I don't think it was an accident. I don't. Do you?
No.
I don't think he was randomly dressed up like somebody who looked like Donald Trump at a Mike Pence event. He's right. There was no accident.
I don't think it was an accident that they had cameras on.
I don't either.
Sacha Baron Cohen character from 50 years ago.
All these Springer people sound the same and everything, right? I think when you look at it metaphorically, and I think, there's an interesting piece about that. And it's really a question of like, is comedy alive? And what does it mean? It's something worth thinking about. I thought about it a lot last night. And it's just like, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Like, fuck you, God. God. I keep playing this asshole.
I will say, when you read the title, I chuckled. And there's a point about like halfway through the subtitle where the laugh actually kicks in. At first, you're kind of like, oh, we're here again. And then you're like, okay, they're just going to they're going to wear me down. Right. And I think there was a lot to the movie, to me, that I don't feel like it wore me down, but it was like I was skeptical of it at first because I felt like I already knew the joke, but it was comfortable and it was really funny at times.
He didn't like it either.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He's all afraid to say he didn't like it. Just say you didn't like it.
It's so bizarre. It's like nothing. You're not going to be, you're not going to lose friends or be kicked out of polite society if you're like, meh, just a dud.
Just put a tweet out about Harris or Biden or something. You'll be fine. Don't worry. God. What else?
Oh, well, that's all the big picture.
All right. Any other sound?
I've got a little bit of the Bob Ulinsky interview that Tucker did last night. Tucker was good. He was good.
Tucker did a good job. But it doesn't matter. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
It literally doesn't matter.
No, and
anything on that.
The House committee that was investigating, or I guess verifying all the documents that have been turned over to them, come out and say, yeah, they're all authentic. This is no Russian disinformation, but it's not going to make a difference. CNN, the other media outlets won't pick it up and start covering it now.
Yeah, no chance.
It's been a clarifying event, though. If there was any holdouts who still thought that the New York Times or NBC, CBS, ABC, or any of these places were actually interested in real legitimate journalism, that notion can be dispelled.
I'm more concerned about the bigger stories. Will Brandon Walker take my challenge and play me in Sega Genesis PGA Tour golf too?
I saw that. You're just begging for a trip back to New York, aren't you?
No, they come to me. I'm not going to them. No. By the way, dropped to 90. I dropped another 100 Twitter followers. Well, I gained about 200 the other day.
You dropped?
Yeah. Oh, I'm dropping like 100 every couple of weeks.
Well, that's because you're such a dick to Jack Dorsey.
I don't know. Something's going on.
Well, we've always liked Jack.
I'm going to Parler. I'm doing it.
How many people do you think you could get to sign up for Parler?
4. I don't know. 8. Kidding. I mean, I don't even. Nobody. Twitter wins. I'm supposed to say it. But Yeah. It was weird, that guy in the Dodgers last night. I don't know. It's probably more of a Carabas thing. Did you see he tested positive for coronavirus, was removed from the game?
Yeah, they let
celebrate
him,
with the team, like, and took his mask off during the celebration.
Yeah, they let him play a couple of innings, even though they know he did.
But he took his mask off. Like, he came back out after the game. It's fucking weird.
I mean, what can you expect? They're all just jock meatheads.
I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
We're definitely in the middle of the true peak. Doesn't really look like this is the second wave. It looks like this was this is a tsunami compared to what the original wave was.
Well, but I mean,
cases in the European Union are starting to go up.
Yeah, true.
Maine just had its highest single day.
Massachusetts over 1,000 again today.
Yeah.
But I mean, at one point, Massachusetts was 4,000 or 5,000 a day.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the momentum of where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I feel like unlike March, where people, by and large, we talked about this all the time, almost every day back then. People are on board. They'll stay in their houses. They're not going to do that now.
Exactly.
They're just not. Like,
exactly.
I'll wear my, we'll go out. We'll wear our masks. I'll stay away from everybody. But I'm not. Nobody's staying in their house for 3 weeks. It's just not going to happen.
You just can't.
You can't do it and live.
And I think there really is something to what Trump has been saying, that the cure can't be worse than the disease, because you're seeing upticks in suicides, upticks in depression. You're seeing people dying from preventable causes because they haven't been seeking health care.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think it's simple. I mean, it's not. It's really not. Some people don't listen, but if you're old or you're sick, then you don't go out right now. You just don't. If you're not, I think, you do it in a smart way. This is not, again, I see these parties and these rallies. There's another Trump rally the other day with no one had masks on. And I'm like, well, that's just fucking, that is stupid. I mean,
yes.
There's no.
But I mean, they're free to be stupid.
Of course. Yes. But I think there's a sort of false macho bravado attached to it too.
Yeah, of course. And that's all wrapped up in politics.
And the right is positioned themselves as the macho side, and the left is sort of the concerned side, which the right will say are pussies, and the left will say the right are careless, and of course, is everything else in the middle somewhere is the truth.
But I think both sides are caring about just different things. Like, the right is concerned about the economy and people's livelihoods, and the left.
Well, the right's also concerned about looking tougher, though, too.
Yeah, there's some of that for sure. And they just are actually tougher.
And the left also, well, I don't know, but the left is also concerned about placating a base too, as well.
Yes, and I think that the left, the people the voices on the left who are the strongest, like pro-lockdown people, are speaking from a place of immense privilege.
Sure,
because they are
Pelosi. Yeah,
they're economically not even just Pelosi. I'm talking like even people in the media. Yeah, there are people who, by and large, the pandemic hasn't really affected
at all.
Their job hasn't changed. Maybe they're just working from home now. Mm-hmm. Like we had a lockdown, basically meant like, rich, wealthy liberals got to stay home and work from home,
and they're massive houses.
The working class still was being exposed to the virus.
Sure, they were cleaning their
the garbage. The people who pick up the garbage, they're still going out.
Dunkin' Donuts,
firefighters,
and, house
cops,
and cleaners, and the people who go and do the lawns of these rich people,
or just stocking the shelves at grocery stores.
Absolutely,
I mean, they're all still working. So
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that means I don't know what the next couple of months are going to be. Maybe this is the peak, and maybe it'll start slowing down a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? I doubt it. I
don't think a year from now, I don't think we're open.
Who's we? America?
Yeah. Like I think we'll still be at this level of lockdown. I honestly don't think even at the rescheduled Wilbur show date.
When's that? Next June?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, look,
1,000 people all together in an auditorium. I don't see Marty Walsh or Charlie Baker coming around on that.
I don't either. So I mean, at some point we have to have a discussion about moving it or doing. I don't know. We're doing something. I don't know.
Go to a free state.
I don't know. Maybe Maine, but is Maine or New Hampshire going to be more like? Maybe New Hampshire would.
Maybe.
I'm saying next June. That's a long way away.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what we've talked about this. I don't know what a vaccine does or doesn't do.
Or if people are actually going to go take it.
Right. So, I mean, is this just something that never goes away to some extent? Is it just 10% of what it is now forever?
Other coronaviruses have hung around for a long time.
Right. So, I don't know. Or maybe the vaccine is fantastic, like Trump is saying. Johnson & Johnson's on it.
Are you going to get it?
I mean, it's hard for me to put something in my body that feels rushed like that. It just is. I'm not that worried about getting it.
Yeah, well, there's that for me.
I'm less worried.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but
No, neither am I. But
like
this
the flu vaccine and the polio vaccine, those are kind of time tested. You know, the polio vaccine is one you trust.
Yeah, this one, it feels as rushed as anything. So, like, if you said to me, would you rather get coronavirus right now, which I don't want to get, and I understand its potential dangers, or put that vaccine in my body, I'd probably go with getting the coronavirus, which, you know, I might have had already.
Yeah. I have to say I'm probably at the same place.
I don't want either, I don't want either one.
Yeah.
I mean, do I want my kids to get that vaccine? Here's the problem though, is the schools are going to demand these kids get that vaccine.
Correct.
So that's where it becomes tricky. I'm like you said, I'll get the flu shot every year. I'm not sure of its effectiveness. Some years I get the shot and get sick. Some years I forget and I don't get sick.
Didn't we have that old audio of Dershowitz at one point? He was on like Newsmax or something saying that like the government, if they want to, can hold you down and force a needle in your vein.
Yeah. I mean, so... Oh, I didn't ask about Dershowitz either. He's a character in The Spider as well.
Oh, he is?
Good old Dershowitz. Dancing Dershowitz. Dangling Dershowitz, they call him. So, yeah, I don't know. I am not a big proponent of the vaccine.
But, no, I'm a big proponent of the vaccine. I want it to come out, and I want it to be successful.
Well, no, but I'm saying, you're right.
I wouldn't like tell people, don't go take that. You're crazy. Everyone just have to make up their own mind.
I think I have I think should be a naturally healthy skepticism about a rushed vaccine.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't know. There's clearly no indication of what's going to happen 15 years after you take it.
No.
Or 15 months after you take it. 15 weeks, maybe. But maybe a year from now, you're fucking right eye. Who the hell knows? You have no idea.
You could say the same for catching COVID, though, in that regard.
Well, I know,
there are some like long-term.
I know, but Steve, I'm not walking around jamming COVID into my body.
Yeah, I know. I said I'm aware.
But I mean, that's the difference. I mean, you're trying to avoid COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying. I don't know about you, but almost everybody I know is doing the best they can to do that. I'm not getting a lot of meathead like you see these. A couple of schools around here, Wilmington, not Swampscott, Marblehead. They shut down their schools for 2 weeks because these kids had high school parties. I mean, I'm okay. I guess I'm okay with that, but. At the same time, those kids go home and they have brothers and they have sisters and those kids go to school and they have to me, if a town does that, shut down everything for 2 weeks. You might as well at that point.
It just doesn't even, I mean, we are how many months past the let's shut down for 2 or 3 weeks and then everything will get back to normal? It seems like it was just like had no effect whatsoever.
That was March. They did that in March for the schools and the numbers actually went up even after the numbers kept going up through April?
Yeah.
They started slowing down in May. I mean, we had days in Massachusetts where it was 40, 50 cases, and now we're over 1,000 every day. I'm not sure really what happened. I know there's more tests. I do understand that.
Yeah.
But the positive number is going up as well.
Yeah.
So I think what they're saying now is it's the elderly. It's not really elderly anymore. It's younger, which to me is like sort of a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I think it ran its course in all of the long-term care facilities.
Yeah, right. Sadly. They killed everybody.
Yeah.
Sadly. Jeez, yeah. I don't know. So much unknown in the world. Movement watch is a known quantity that you want to put on your wrist. You will feel better. You're going to remove yourself. You can just put it on. Look at the time. You don't have to look at 76 dumb stories and texts and movies and all that. Just a classic looking watch. Movement watches start at just $95. You're looking at $400 for the same quality from a traditional brand. It sold over 2 million watches in over 160 countries. It's a great watch. One of our first sponsors at the beginning of the show. Get one right now. Go to mvmt.com/Kirk. mvmt.com/Kirk. 15% off today with free shipping and free returns for a great watch. Steve has one. I have one. You get one as well. Again, get one for the show. I'll be wearing my movement watch at the live show in just a couple of weeks. mvmt.com/Kirk. 15% off today. Anything else, Steve?
We got some new merchandise we're working on, so the Minifans should stay tuned.
Okay, very good.
Set a budget aside some money to get some new T-shirts and hoodies and might even be some flags.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Excellent. So we'll keep an eye on that. And I think tonight and tomorrow, when we come back, is going to be the story about Justin. What Justin do we get? A Justin who, Meth Mile Justin? A Justin, yes, I'm walking 88 miles with Stephen Providence doing a live show, doing a live Justin the Minifans Justin. A Justin who didn't call back Justin. I mean, I don't know. Right now, the Minifan world.
Might be dead.
Good. Could have died. Oh, Meth Mile?
Yeah, could have died at Meth Mile.
Could have happened. Right now, the Minifan Nation turns their eyes to intern Justin. This is his moment to shine. Will he step up or will he not? We're going to find out. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.